brimmed caps did this.
Yup. Oh, my neck! Oh, we got one.
And perhaps if you'd made better use of your abilities and remained hidden.
Honestly, getting uni is a big deal. Oh shit! Wait, what is this? What is this? Witch Hat Atelier episode 13, the season finale, was absolutely exciting, guys, okay? I love this series so far. It's been epic. It's been a pleasure. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a season 2, and I cannot wait to enjoy more of it with you guys, okay? So, in episode 13, the season finale, right? We have Keyfree. They're all laughing, having a good time, using spells or whatever, waiting for their apprentices to come back, right? Everything looks peachy-dory, but we know what's going on inside. Lara got taken away, and the Brim Caps are here to make their move, right? Which they said they were going to. Remember, go back a couple episodes. They said they were going to make their move during a test, and sure enough, they did. And now, something seems off, right? They were having fun. It was all peachy-dory, and now, Keyfree does something very strange, right? You see a Lyra's hat. Now... Ah, yes. It was the hat. Okay, that's good. That was good. There must be danger.
Possibly. This is a Lyra's hat.
Now we know why Lyra threw her hat before getting kidnapped in the last episode. She wanted to throw it to Keyfree to send a message that something's going on, something wrong, right? So, before Keyfree even had enough time to contemplate his thoughts, we have a golem. A whole golem came to attack the crew, right? Woo!
A golem! The forbidden spell
Really?
shouldn't still be active.
Hey, so we're getting attacked on both fronts. The team that's inside the cavern and the team that is outside waiting for the finish, right? Absolutely crazy. The Brim Cats are fully ready to make their move, right? And they have. And they ended up using the golem to make Keyfree and Coco and Tetsuya fall down to the pits of the cavern, right? And Keyfree gets his head hit in the back of the neck. Ah!
It's them. The brimmed caps did this.
Yup. Oh, my neck! Oh, my neck! Yeah, that was pretty bad, man. I'm not gonna lie. And then they fall down to the bottom, right? And then with that team kind of out of commission up until the end of the episode, we see the kids, right? So we have Uni, Riche, and it got kind of scrambling, right? Lyra got taken away. They're trying to find out what's the best course of action. They end up running away, right? I think they'll be okay.
It was a brimmed cap. No, we can't do
But how many of them are there, my question? Riche said, yo, we can do this. We can do this. Relax. We got this. Have faith in yourself. She gave him that face. The enemy is right behind him. I thought Lyra would somehow stall him for a little bit, but it looks as though Lyra has been completely compromised, right? So she is out of the game. Who knows where she is? This guy, and I've got his name, but he is the embodiment of forbidden magic. That can't be good, because that's everything that the Brimcast stand for, forbidden magic, right? So he's probably one of the stronger characters on the Brimcap side. Maybe, we'll see. If he's not, that's wild. That's a big title name for somebody like that. But yeah, now they're trying to escape this dude, right? And he's very, very scary, man. He has an eyeball in the middle of his head, right? So we didn't see that before. So something new. So maybe an actual person is behind this farce, right? Whatever this cloak is.
The weaklings scurrying in fear for their safety. And
Because can you see that though? Is my question.
Wait for their prey. Question is,
Damn.
which one are you?
Can you see them? Is my question.
You can rule out the latter category, because the only hunter here is me.
But yeah, but he seems very, very dark. He sees them right away. Even though Uni does a great job in trying to hide them, he ends up fighting them anyway, right? But I just like the fact that Uni did something, right? Uni's come a long way. But ultimately, the cloak gets taken away by the enemy, right? And he's onto their ass, literally. And Uni gets sucked in. He gets sucked in. Richi tries to save him, right, ultimately. And they did a good job. They was able to kind of pull away for a little bit, right? And they end up trying to flee even more, right? So, yeah, and then eventually they come to the conclusion. I don't know how they were able to get that much of a distance with that one spell from Riche. I don't know how they were able to get that much distance between them and the Brimcap, but it looks like the Brimcap's really holding back. He's not trying to really kill them or damage them in any way, and I'll get to that in a second. But they did a great job in trying to get away, I would say, right? So Uni already tried to hide and do his cloak, so Uni showed his potential. Riche tried to help out Uni with her little magic, and Gat came up with the idea after remembering what Lyra did to transport herself during the test before she got kidnapped. She was using like a little ice underneath her feet, kind of like some Frozone from Incredible type shit, right? To onto the actual snake floor, and that was how she was transporting. So got that idea, and she decided to do the same thing, right? That takes a minute to do, bro. I can't believe y'all had that much time. Y'all bought yourselves that much time between y'all and the Brimcat to make this whole circle? That's crazy.
We can slide faster than we can run.
Let's go.
Well done, Riche.
Ooh, very smart. Okay, I told you I had faith in these three. They all have done something useful so far. That was pretty good, and she did a magic circle. That was great. So all three of them are very resourceful, doing whatever they can to get away. Absolutely appreciate that. Riche was able to make kind of like a ski disc, kind of like a Captain America kind of type of disc for them to ride on, right? Kind of like a snow mobile, like a ice mobile device, right? And they were all able to jump on that, right? But, you know, it's pretty good. They're looking pretty badass right now, right? Trying to get away. But then, a push comes to shove. You already know what's going to happen. The Brimcap is on their ass. But this is a very impactful moment right here, right? And this is where I was talking about Riche kind of growing up a little bit, right? So she's so determined to not use anybody else's spell. She killed up to this point, and that's her one big rule. She wants to use her own spells to get through the hardships and things in life that she goes through, right? But here comes a situation where she doesn't have that many of her own spells to work with. She doesn't have enough of her own spells to be as resourceful in a situation like this. So now what are you going to do? And reach it.
I don't know. That many different spells.
Now you see what happens, right?
Oh.
Better start maturing, learn some spells everybody knows. Come on now.
Here. You can use my spells. It's embarrassing, but I'm glad I wrote them out.
Time to grow up.
If they can be of help to you.
Thank you, Uni. Make her grow up. Uni presents the book of spells to her, right? Or the little pocket book of spells. And now she's faced with a decision now, right? Now, are you going to be stubborn still in this life or death scenario? Or are you going to go ahead and use the spell book that can help you guys most likely get away? When push comes to shove, life or death, she decides to take Uni's offer, right? And pick up the spell book and try to use it and to her best of her ability, right? So again, this is what we needed in this test. I didn't think it would happen this way, but it's still experience. It's still experience nonetheless, right? Even in life or death scenario, she is maturing through this life or death scenario against the Brimcaps, right? Which we'll probably see a lot of them moving forward, all the characters versus the Brimcaps, right? So yeah, that's what happens. Tragedy brings about experience, right? And then God, as they're getting away, she remembers, she's trying to think of back to that one mission when they all got kidnapped by the last Brimcap. They're wondering why. She wonders why are they after them, right? What they weren't after them before Coco arrived, right? None of this was happening before Coco arrived. So what is it about now that the Brimcaps are making their move? And she comes to the very smart conclusion that it looks as though they're after Coco, right? This new and this beacon of light, this new interesting person that's affecting everybody around her. She comes to the conclusion that they're after her. And that was very brilliant. I love that, right? So, with that being said, she decides to hop off of the ice device, right? The ice mobile device, and yell to the Brimcap, yo, look, the person you're looking for is not here, right?
It's clear the Brimcaps are after something special.
Oh, you think it's her?
Us.
I think it's Coco. I wonder what she's gonna think about that.
You won't find who you're looking for. She's not here. She's gone.
Right? And she was like, oh, the Coco, she got her memories wiped by the Knights Morales, which kind of led back to the last conversation that happened with the Knights Morales. But we know what actually happened. They didn't actually get to wipe her memories. Tetsuya and Riche came in time to avoid that catastrophe from happening, right? So, but she tries to cap. She caps here, right? Tries to lie to them and say, hey, Coco's not here. Leave us alone now, right? We know you're after her. But the brim cap does not give a damn, all right? And not only that, he knows that she's lying, right? He knows that Coco's outside because he saw her, right? He was able to see, I think, yeah, when the test started, that he was the person that Coco saw in the corner of her eye, right? So he knows that she's lying. But the fact that she's willing to lie, right? He kind of exposes her for that, right? They think they give a damn?
A declaration worthy of an apprentice to those foremost of liars. The pointed caps. You've learned well the art of deception.
Alright, so yeah, man, I love that. And the brim caps, they seem to be as though the way that they're speaking, the way he's speaking, they're not out for blood. They're not out to kill the other side. The pointed caps, right? They're more so want to bring them over to the next side. Though you can tell by the body language and the way that he's speaking.
The pointed caps of the present are weaklings who fear them.
God tried to cap. They already know you lying.
Stifles you, binds you to the tyranny of their rules. Your vast potential unrealized.
Oh, they genuinely just want them to go to the other side.
Conjuring.
He's not trying to destroy them. He wants them to convince them to join the side of forbidden magic. There's so much more potential here. There's so many limitless possibilities here. And you guys are kind of closing your potential off to that, right? So they just want them to go over to the other side, which is very, very interesting, right? So we'll see. It seems as though the pointed caps have a decision to make here, right? At least the ones that's being affected and being targeted by the brim caps, right? Ultimately, they're going to, right now, in this moment, they are resisting, right? But in the future, who knows? Maybe God can be convinced in the future after seeing the brim caps potential, right? Maybe Riche, maybe Coco. We have no idea, all right? But it looks like the grown-ups are not going to be convinced. It looks like Keyfree is fully bent on being against the brim caps, and maybe even Elira, right? Elira's last message to them was to not trust them, right? Knowing that the brim caps will probably try to get them to do that. So it looks as though the higher-ups know what the brim caps are trying to do, especially with the pointed cap apprentices, right? To try to get them over to the other side. Very, very crazy. I love that. That's a twist I did not expect to happen, but it happened, right? And then, you know, he goes off on his little soliloquy, trying to convince them to join the next side, right? And I love that. I love that, and he's a very more interesting character. He tries to taint her. I guess this is the way that the brim caps kind of mark you, right? With the marking on your body, which that Knights Morales guy did allude to when we last saw him, right?
And you, child, will learn an excellent
the mark. This is the mark that the Knights Morales was looking for to see if they were tainted by the brim caps. Oh, there it is.
In some cases,
Yup.
the brim caps
I got it.
their bodies with grotesque seals.
Oh shit, she was listening to that too. Right? That's how the brim caps do their business, right? And luckily, she was able to scratch her a little bit, right? But ultimately, I don't think he finished the entire marking. But I wonder if that is enough to maybe make the mark develop, kind of like a curse mark, like Sasuke type shit, right? I wonder if that's going to be the case. I mean, we have no idea, right? But it looks as though before that fully happened, Riche thinks fast, Uni thinks fast, Uni breaks the ground beneath them. And Riche was able to make her move and save a god after they were falling down, right? Ooh, okay. Wow, her sense of purpose just came right when she was about to get tainted and marked. That's crazy. So it looks like everything was okay for the moment, but then Uni gets caught up by the enemy, right? Uni gets kind of, as Uni was thinking about how far he's come and how confident he is now compared to before. As soon as that happens, the brim cap used that moment to say, "Hey, yeah, you have come a long way. But there's so much more you need to know," right? And then basically transforms him into that wolf thingy, man. So I feel so bad for Uni, man.
Perhaps being unable to do the
Switch
things
Ateliers.
that others can is actually an opportunity.
But yeah, no, that's how I got some drip
things
though.
I can do that others can't.
very well
Nice. Oh, we got one.
said. And perhaps if you'd made better use of your abilities and remained hidden, I
Honestly,
would have been
getting
willing to
Uni is a
leave you
big
there.
deal.
Appreciate, please help me.
Nope, he's done for. Damn. That's it. Can he come back though is a question. That was unfortunate, right? And Riche got to witness him being transformed into the scaled back wolf, right? Will they be able to change him back? That's the question. I have no idea. But this is now the being he's now become. So we'll see what happens with Uni, man. It's unfortunate that as soon as he found his potential and his confidence, he was affected by the Brimcap's magic, and forbidden magic. But we'll see, man. I think they might be able to save him. I think he still maybe has a sense of reason. If not, then that'll be even harder. But yeah, and then after that, the Brimcap, says his last goodbyes, right? Flexes a little bit. Richa gets pissed off, says change Uni back, and obviously he was like, hey, if you want to change him back, use your own magic. That's the beautiful thing about magic, right? I think they're just getting pissed.
Turn Uni back to normal!
If it is your wish to save the boy, by all means I invite you to do so. Magic has the power to grant all our wishes. What happens next is up to you.
Right, I think that's a slap to the face for Riche and the crossroads she just got put on, right? So the fact that she was willing to maybe even use the normal spells of the world, and then right after that, the Brimcap comes to her and says, use your own magic, figure it out. Maybe even try forbidden magic, maybe change it back. Because this spell that he used on Uni is a new spell. Like, it's something that they're just trying out different things. The Brimcats are that dangerous. They're just trying out new spells to see what happens on innocent people. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Kind of a slap in the face to Riche in her development, right? And what she stands on. So, I think maybe that this situation even more will make her probably appreciate other spells, right? In a more fucked up way of presenting it to her. But, hey, it is what it is, right? And yeah, I noticed those things, man, about the story. This is a very good story. And then the Brimcap makes his leave, or takes his leave, right? And then they come to a crossroads. Agat and Riche are trying to decide what course of action to take now. Now that Uni is gone and Lyra's been kidnapped, they're trying to see what should they do. Continue with the test or go try to save Uni. And they came to the agreement to split up, and it's to split up, right? Riche wants to go save Uni, but God says, with your limited knowledge of the magic spells other than your own, I'm probably more equipped to do that than you, right? So
I'll go after Uni. You get the Murphins safely to the exit.
I want to go after Uni. Why are you the one who gets to decide?
I know more spells than you do, Riche.
damn.
Prepared. The spells at your disposal are limited to those you
I think you should just pick one, bro. The test is not important
You
anymore.
can't be flexible in unexpected circumstances.
I understand what they're trying to do with each other,
This
but
sounds harsh, but it's true. As you are, you can't help Uni.
oh wow. Right, so Riche wants to Agat wants to go save Uni and wants Riche to continue with the test, right? So I don't know. Will that continue to happen? Like, the story wants to believe that, right? Maybe it will, maybe it won't, right? So now that's that. And then Brush Buddy here. We go back to the other team, right? With Keyfree, Brush Buddy, Coco, and Tetsuya. They're at the bottom of a ravine, right? And now it feels very movie-like. It feels very movie-like, right? There's a lot of silence. There's no dialogue here like that. You can tell the tension is building. I love that this scene here, right? And Keyfree is down, and they're all down, and they're all kind of down bad right now. They're at the bottom of the cavern, the deep bottom of the cavern. And then as Coco tries to console and see if Keyfree's okay, Keyfree grabs her hand, and you can see kind of like this seriousness in his face. The serious Keyfree is back. The dark side of him, right? And he's talking in a more serious tone, not kind of like the happy Keyfree he's kind of been portraying himself to be as a master. You could tell the seriousness in his voice now, right? He seems as though he's ready to go, right? And try to save his apprentices. And then we see the people of the Romanov, I'm pretty sure it's Romanov, I could be wrong. If it's not, forgive me. But the people of the Romanov civilization are still down here to this day. Remember, Keyfree told him the story when the test started of what happened to the civilization. They kind of turned into gold. Some of them turned into gold statues. Some of them, their punishment during the civilization were to be turned to gold statues, right? So now we're seeing kind of remnants and remains of the people of Romanov still here, down here in this cavern to this day. Oh, he's locked in.
Something's out there.
Wow. What was the wolves? Scale back. Oh no. What the hell is that stuff? Bro, they fell all the way down to the civilization we were talking about last episode.
There are witches. Witches among us.
Are those the Romanov people?
These fools, vile, contemptible.
Which is crazy, right? So now Keyfree has to do what he has to do to fight off, because they still don't like witches. They still are discriminating against witches down here. After all this time, they haven't changed. So now Keyfree recognizes this, and now he's gonna have to buckle up and do what he gotta do to save his princess here, right? And it looks as though he is locked in. He is locked in for sure, and looks as though he's about to transform or untap some new hidden form or potential that we haven't seen up to this point. Oh shit! Wait, what is this? What is this? Is Keyfree the GOAT? Oh god! What is that supposed to mean? Okay, Keyfree, but transform. What is this? Now it looks as though the story is about to get super serious now, right? Now I want to see Keyfree turn up and lock in, and it looks as though in the next season we will finally see that, right? Because this is the season's finale, right? So I absolutely love this story up to this point, guys. I love the characters. I love the world building that we've got up to this point. I love the backstories of these characters. Some of them have tragic backstories. Some of them have backstories you haven't even seen yet, right? Very complicated. Everyone has their own agenda. Everybody has their own purpose. And everybody has their own way on the way they view the world, right? And the enemy is great. I love the idea of the Brimcats and what they represent. I love the idea of forbidden magic. I love that there's two sides to the coin, pointed cats and brim cats. I love everything that the story has shown up to this point. And I just hope that it continues to develop in a very great way. I didn't think it was going to get only 13 episodes. I thought it was going to be one of those new animes that get maybe 24, like Achiyakura or something like that. But I'm just glad that it's getting the recognition it deserves. The anime community loves this anime. I see it every day on the social media feeds, right? They love Keyfree, right? And I just cannot wait to see what season 2 has to offer, right? And hopefully they can continue to build as they've been building here. And I hope you guys continue to enjoy me on this path, right? And with Witch Hat Atelier season 1 being done, there will be a new shonen anime on the channel to replace this one, right? Now, all the animes I've done up to this point during the spring season, the summer season, are all done. Witch Hat Atelier is finished. ReZero is now done. New season comes in August. I don't know when this season's gonna get season 2. I'm pretty sure it will. Mitch's Kanon is now finished, and Classroom of the Elite is now done, right? So now we're gonna have some brand new anime on the channel, which is very, very ironic because my online store is gonna drop very soon. I'm wondering if I should start focus on the online store now, or should I just lock in and start the new animes? We'll find out. We'll find out. I'm trying to lock in. Most likely I'm going to find new animes by today. So look out for that, guys. This was a very enjoyable. Let me know what you guys think about Witch Hat Atelier in the comments section below. This is a great ride, and I cannot wait to find out more in season 2. Thank y'all so much for the vibe. On the bottom of the screen, you will see a panel showing all the anime that we were reacting to on this channel. Witch Hat Atelier was one of our shonen anime. Look out for season 2. Whenever it drops, we will react to it. I promise you that, okay? Also, YK TV store, online merch coming real soon, and has some serious drip, okay? Spreading positivity and confidence with a style powered by you. And do not forget to follow me on my social media for YK TV updates and edits. The link to my socials are in the description. Do not forget to share, like, comment, subscribe, know the vibe, and don't forget the motto, guys. Don't forget to live, laugh, love, and enjoy life, all right? Take care, y'all. Peace.